Hashtag that's totally Gadget. And that's how I always try to deliver my flowers is just like I walk up to Adrian, but not up to Adrian, like maybe 3 or 4 people away, and then I overhanded toss them into her face. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Got a little bit confused there as far as setting up my stream information. But yeah, I think we're good now. Um, so yeah, I am definitely invoking some early childhood vibes here because I just slammed 2 Pop-Tarts. I'm fueled by soda, and I'm going to be playing a Disney game on a Sunday morning. But let's compare and contrast, shall we? Um, I am drinking Diet Coke instead of RC Cola because my tongue can't take the strength of it. I am um, wearing glasses so that I can actually see the screen, and the only reason that I have any pep in my step is because I used a CPAP last night. So, hey, getting old. It's fun. But anyway, I figured we did DuckTales. We have to do what, at the time I liked better. Uh, Dr. Pepper Zero is pretty well, it's the zeros. I don't like the zeros or the no calories or because they taste too much like the leaded version. Um yeah, I can't take the sweetness anymore because I've been drinking Diet Coke for so long, which is like sweet enough that now that's just what I'm used to. And if I have anything else, I feel like it's just kind of coated my throat. Um so yeah, when I was a kid, of course, I was big into DuckTales when it was on, and then Disney kind of blew onto the scene further with this like Disney Afternoon thing, their first big show beyond DuckTales being, I shouldn't say that. There is one that is often forgotten, which is The Adventures of the Gummy Bears, which was a really good show, but I think that started out on Saturday mornings. I'm gabbing here, but um, when Chippendale's Rescue Rangers hit the scene, I was always a fan of Chippendale cartoons, like the classics, the Golden Age classics. So I was 100% in, and I absolutely loved that show. Um, so, I have watched the DuckTales reboot. Yeah, welcome. Viva the Ladder is an old friend from way, 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 way back. So he and I have a lot of common history here. Um, but yeah, I have watched the reboot. I love it. I think it did a great job. Hey, Grep, good to see you. Um, I especially loved that the moon theme for Della is actually the moon theme from the NES game. Like that kind of blew my mind a little bit that they would even do that deep a cut. And I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if David Tennant. I love David Tennant. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't sure if David Tennant could take over for Alan Young, who was just kind of so iconic for Scrooge for so long. But he did a wonderful job because he's just a brilliant actor. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to find a video and post it on the YouTube comments when I post this VOD. But there's a back to back of them, and it's so cute because like the whole Della story arc is just like it made me almost cry. It was so beautiful, but which is weird for a game about anthropomorphic ducks. But anyway, are we here to play games or something? I should probably do that. So, after all that, I was thinking, let's go to Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. And I was noticing this when I was setting up the recording and testing the levels. This this remix that they have in here is kind of a banger. It's really good. So, like, they took the chiptunes feeling of it, but they added more tracks, because I think the NES only had 4 tracks. So if you have this collection, the Disney Afternoon Collection, just pause on these screens before you play any of the games, because they've got some really nice reorchestrations, if that's your jam. So, let's jump into this. Disclaimers as always. I'm older than I used to be, I don't remember things that I used to remember, and I never claim to be incredibly good at games, so I will be using the rewind function if I really screw up. Also, it's just, I don't want to waste your time. I'm always Chip. Here's another thing from our childhood. Viva la Editor was always Dale when we played 2 players. It's good times. And it took me forever to understand that these guys were based off of Harrison Ford from Indiana Jones and, is it Magnum P.I.? Or no. I don't remember who the other one is, but there's like, I could see him in my head with a mustache. Does anybody else know the name of the actor that is slipping my mind? Yeah, Canary knows what I'm talking about. But, yeah, iconic for the time. Okay, gang, we have a new assignment. Our cute little neighbor Mandy has lost her kitten. I say this is a job for the Rescue Rangers. I'll go on ahead, Chip, and scatter some things of mine that might help while we search the city. I'm not going to try and do a Gadget voice. I wouldn't do it any justice. Tom Selleck! Damn autotype. Tom Selleck, yes. Good idea, Gadget. That's the spirit. Dale, you and I can start on the trail. Monty, why don't you and Zipper track down one of those strange mechanical dogs we've been seeing in the park lately? Mechanical dogs! Oh god. Me and accents. Piece of cake, Chip. We'll get right on it. You can depend on us. Alright. So I was somewhat prepared for this game thanks to Super Mario Bros. 2's pick up and throw mechanic. But what I loved was the hide and destroy mechanic. If you're using these crates, you can hide in them and, like, the enemies will die when they hit you. Wah! I also got tripped up by this a lot because you can't jump very high when you're carrying an apple because it's too big. You can tell when those happen because he sweats. I think there's a star right here. Ah. I also found this game a bit deceptive because it starts off like pretty fun and easy, but then the learning curve kind of shoots up pretty fast if you're a little kid or an old adult, anybody really. Running! It's amazing how much of this I just remember. And yet I can't remember what I did yesterday. Do you want me to give it to you, or do you want to go on Disney Plus and watch the show, Grep? These were also interesting because these didn't, like, disappear when you threw them. The mechanical dogs would go and pick up kittens. And they would steal them for the guy's machine, which would generate cheap electricity by... Hey, you alright over there? You alright? Okay. Would generate cheap electricity by rubbing the kittens and getting static. Oh, you never got around to playing this? This is, I think, one of the best Capcom games. I think it's a good balance between, like, DuckTales when they, like, kind of first discovered what they could do with it and, like, found their footing, versus DuckTales 2 I liked, don't get me wrong, but I feel like DuckTales 2 kind of... They were kind of going to the well a little too deep. They didn't know what to do, and that's how we got things like the D-1000 Terminator Duck as a villain at the end. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they they generate electricity by rubbing the cute little kitties with brushes. You'll see the machine at the end. It doesn't actually do anything because that was kind of beyond the NES's power at the time. But yeah. No actual harm was happening to the kittens other than being kidnapped. Kitnapped. I feel like there's an acorn somewhere. Oh, man. And now Monty does what Monty does, which is go for cheese and destroy things in a way that's favorable. Okay. So this is the machine. You can see the hands would pick up the kittens, and then the brushes would brush the kittens, and the kittens would produce electricity, which he's throwing at me. Does anybody remember the name of the scientist? He had a weird name, and he was like a recurring villain. Oh yeah, this one's worth picking up. I actually have the cart for this. I got it for a birthday. Nerman, yeah, it was something Nerman. Haha, I tricked you, Rescue Rangers. The kitten was just a clever trap to lure you here. The kitten? Oh, right, because we were chasing a kitten. I don't remember Fat Cat's voice, but I do remember that he was voiced by the guy that did all the Disney voices. I've already caught your precious Gadget. From now on, she's inventing things for me. You'll have to take her from my casino if you really want her back. I don't remember which level is which. How are we thinking? A or B? Any ideas? Any thoughts? B? Alright, let's do it. Oh, the diner. I think I was talking about this last time on stream, and it's part of the reason I like Giant World and Super Mario Brothers 3. I just had this thing when I was a kid where it's like, it's interesting to walk around a world as a tiny thing and see a different perspective. And so, like, a lot of the level design in this game was really fascinating to me. And I feel like they did a lot with it for the time. Ah! No! I hate these guys. Yes! Little Nemo. And there was the weird one where he was upside down. Like, Little Nemo was awesome. Oh, yeah. When I saw that they had giant things on Super Mario Brothers 3, that may have been the, like, start of this. I don't know. Now, I did play Among the Sleep. I think, Grep, you bought that for me. And I loved it. I thought it was really, really brilliant. For those who don't know, Among the Sleep is a horror game. But the mechanic is you are a toddler who's kind of going through this nightmarish world. And so you have the limitations of a toddler. Like, you are little, you are weak. You can choose to crawl, which is much, much, much faster. But if you walk, you can use items. You can use your hands. So there's a lot of, like, having to choose things. Maybe I'll play that on stream again. The only problem with that game is, man, it has, like, some trigger warning darkness at the end of it. And there's no time on this. Oh yeah, you have a teddy bear that you'd hug and he'd produce light, and he talks to you. At first you think he's a villain because he's kind of creepy. I might play that on stream. I was thinking maybe through September and October I'd try to get into some horror games, because I've never been big into horror when I was younger because I was a wuss. So I missed a lot. I missed, like, the Resident Evil series, and it looks like the later versions of the later sequels of the Resident Evil series look really fun. But if I do it on stream, I'll at least have you guys to help me feel okay about it. But yeah, Among the Sleep is brilliant, but trigger warning at the end for, like, I don't know how much I want to give away. It's darker than you even expect looking at the game. Yeah. I remember this part throwing me because these pots will insta-kill you. And they are not platforms, so you could just fall in and boil. Speaking of darker, if you think about it. Ooh, super. Flowers, stars, and lives. I don't remember how much of each gives you what, but I have the manual. I have this cart if I wanted to play it that way, but I didn't want to set up the emulator or my old NES to try and capture because it doesn't look good. Here's one that I wonder. Does anybody remember or know what the P potion does? Because I don't think I ever figured it out. And I don't think it's in the manual. I think that was like a mistake in the manual. I like these little alien guys that end up looking like you, so if you look away for a while, which I probably will at some point, you forget which sprite is you. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Capcom mastered the NES, I feel like. Because the NES, I'm learning more and more as I learn how it works, was kind of all about its limitations. Like, it could do amazing things, but with a lot of, like... I'm not going to say artificial, because they weren't artificial, but with a lot of technical limits on it. And Capcom found ways to make it interesting. Oh, now this is the alien ship where those aliens were from. And he's throwing... I think those little aliens were actually their food. So I don't know why they're doing their bidding. Okay, really. I need you to go higher. Really? You're a spaceship. You can't fly higher than this? Oh, they could be. And then I'm just a victim of circumstance. I always go for the middle top because there seems to often be a one up there. Careful, guys! I just saw Fat Cat send some tough-looking characters to Zone D. Also, watch out for falling iron balls. You gotta watch out for that. So, Ghosts and Goblins in the Mega Man series. So you were a masochist. Yeah. The Capcom was genius. So, yeah. So anybody in the chat heard about the weird Russian, I think it's a cult that worships Gadget? Like, they're usually pictured with a whole bunch of, like, standees of her and everything. And I will admit, even as, like, a little kid who, you know, didn't, like, have any interest in girls, there was some, like, weird little awakening. Like, they drew that character strangely. I've heard other friends sort of have the same experience. Like, some of my female friends have told me that Robin Hood from the Robin Hood Disney movie kind of was like the female equivalent of that. I've also heard that on Game Grumps too. But throw switches to stop the balls. Do we want to go back for C and A or just forge on to D? I'm not usually a completionist, but this game is fun, so I don't mind. Any thoughts? C for Canary. All right. Oh, man. I don't think I often went to this level. Oh, free one up. So I guess if you have 100... Onyx the Fortuitous. Wow. I might have to look that up. I don't remember the library hardly at all. I remember these guys are awful because they just keep shooting at you in really tight corners. Oh, and they take 2 hits? That is savage. No! Do not want! Onyx, the Fortuitous, and Talisman of Souls. I don't know anything about this. Live action, I assume? Is it kind of a lesser-known cast, or would there be somebody I know in it? Oh man, I never thought to walk behind this guy when I was a kid. Maybe that's why. Does he turn around? Don't turn around. You're gonna see my heart breaking. Don't turn around. You're gonna see me cry! Okay. I'll have to check it out. Ugh. This freaking guy, am I right? Woo! Credit to the level designers here. They've done a really good job of amping up the difficulty and making you figure out new ways. Like the first weird... What is that? A tennis racket kangaroo? The first one that you meet on this like stairway up, you have to learn, oh, you can go behind and they won't turn around. With that one, you carried a box, and then you realized, oh god, I don't have a way to kill him because I only have one box. And the other one is right in his stream of bullets. So, if you were relying on carrying stuff and then running away from the stream, you couldn't do that with that guy. And now with this one, you have to stand in the stream to kill him, so you have to learn about ducking. For a game for kids, they did a pretty good job there, because that's kind of like incremental increases. And this is stuff that I, of course, didn't appreciate as a kid, but now that I've played a lot of video games, like way too much of my life maybe, I notice it. Like, I notice that kind of stuff. Yeah, they did. Oh, man. And this has... One of my pet peeves with early NES games is that because of the way they use the scrolling back buffer, there is no back, which has its benefits and drawbacks. If you do a side-scrolling game that way, you don't have any loading scene, which is the weird, like, graphical glitch that appears on the side in Super Mario Bros. 3. But it also means that it doesn't save the data necessary to walk backwards. I think later chips that they put into the cartridges solved that. But that's why on Super Mario Bros. 1, like, if you're going to go forward, you better commit to it. I was also really impatient as a kid. Shocker, I mean, as a kid. Again, I'm standing on a fan. Like, this is cool flavor world stuff for, like, being tiny. That is a very bad bomber guy. He's not good at this. Whoops. Well, that was a bad shot. Oh, doesn't matter. Anybody here seen the... I know Viva Letter has, but anybody seen the... I keep wanting to say Super Mario Brothers, but it's not. The Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers movie with... it's John Mulaney, and I forget who does the other voice, but... oh, Canary. You gotta see that. It is comedy gold. They somehow made it still fit into the world of Rescue Rangers. It's chef's kiss brilliant. You gotta watch it. Oh, no boss. The Super Mario movie was pretty great too, and it was big on fan service in the Western sense. Careful, guys! I just saw Fat Cat send some tough... This is the same thing. Oh, because we haven't gone to Zone D yet, so she's just going to keep warning us. So now, through process of elimination, I know that Zone A is the tree. Do we want to go to the tree, or do we want to go to D? I kind of plan to play for a while, so we could do either. We could also play something else eventually. Dealer's choice. You know what? I don't usually get to be a completionist. Let's do that. Give Gadget to D. We'll get there, Matt. I'm sorry, can I call you that, or should I call you Viva Ladder in this realm? I shouldn't have done that. I'll edit it out of the YouTube if you don't like it. Okay. I try to always respect people's online worlds versus their non-online worlds, because some people, like, they don't necessarily want to connect the two identities, and, you know, that's cool. I get it. I tell people when I'm watching other people's streams to call me on Ouija, mostly because they can't pronounce on Wii just by looking at it. But I don't think I've told anybody to call me Aaron. My name's Aaron, by the way, for anybody who's new to the stream. Flying squirrels! Flying ninja squirrels? Were they in the show? I feel like there was a secret hidden in these trees, so there was something there. Ah! What? I didn't know they could do that. Yeah, I feel like the designers of these games sometimes were just like, let's make a villain that seems like it fits with the world. Oh, God. Might use my first life. Is there anything over here? Seems like it would be, but there's not. Oh no, the owl! Everyone remember that? That was weird. Does it really not go all the way up? No, that was just a glitch. One thing I think is funny about this particular compilation is they're clearly, like, ROM ports. And the reason you know is sometimes the ROM ports are, have the same glitches as the original. Hi guys, don't worry, I'm okay so far. I rigged up this wireless phone when Fat Cat wasn't looking. This is interesting. You were not meant to go backwards through the map. They figured that people wouldn't complete it. So this flavor text was supposed to happen before we progressed, so it knew why we were like talking to the Gadget on this random thing. I sent a carrier pigeon with a map that shows how to find me. We would have seen the map. Listen carefully. You'll need to shut off some water pipes to get through. We already did that. Just jump on the tap. Zipper is waiting to lend a hand in Zone C. Uh-oh, gotta run. That's funny. Wow. Yeah, not every villain can be Robotnik, and not every villain can be Jim Carrey's Robotnik. Which, by the way, my God, what a portrayal. And now we're in a toy store. So this is also something I noticed. I noticed this also with cartoons. If you look right about... Oh, I can't reach in because the crate to the right there, it has a slightly different palette than the crate I'm holding. And the reason for that is it's a villain hiding in a box the same way I do. And I also always knew, like, in old cartoons, because they used a slightly different method of drawing for drawing backdrops, because they could be static, than they did for things that would actually move. So if some part of the backdrop had a very slight tint to it, or looked off, I knew that something was, like, gonna bust out or something. Wah! Oh, man. Oh, yeah, this is how I always got this guy. Is there something really cool in here? Oh, these guys. Am I right? These freaking guys. I don't know why I'm going scorched earth with this. It's not like we have to worry about these guys once we're past them. But... Oh! But now I'm committed. One thing this game doesn't do well is show you what is a semi-permeable platform and not. Like, I can't jump down or up through these question mark boxes, but I can through the floor. And I would think if I can't jump up or down through these, I shouldn't be able to jump up or down through the bears, but I can. I can jump in front of them. And again, NES limitations. How do you signal that to the player? I don't know how Mario always made it so clear. Mario was really good at that. Hey, favorable indentation, this is a no spam zone. So I'm going to go ahead and block you. I'm sorry, but we don't spam here. That's in the rules. Hey guys, first streamer thing. I've never had a bot before. I thought you could kill this guy eventually. Thanks, Evil Letter. I would have been doing that for a while. It's good to see I'm not the only one who remembers, like, random little quirks about, like, games that I haven't played in 20 years. Yeah, you guys, since I know everyone, I think, currently in the chat, let me look. Yeah, I do know all you guys. I might make you all moderators in case you wanted to help at all with that at some point. The flute locations, yeah. I thought so too. Well, maybe he's an AI Python developer written in Python. It's just Python all the way down. What's tricky about these guys is I think they're just using the random number generator. So, like, there isn't a pattern. You just have to kind of, like, go far enough away to see that something's not going to come at you. Turtles are better. This bird don't give a fuck. Oh, he really don't give a fuck. Gadget warned us about our balls, so we better be careful here. I don't think you can turn him back. You know what? Nope, I refuse to accept that. No one saw anything. Since I don't think we can turn him back on, let's try this. Okay. That's right. I remember this one was evil because you could accidentally turn it on. And this one you had to turn it on. Again, they're ramping up the, like, think about it, think about it. This guy you just have to avoid. And this thing you run from? Yeah. I like stars, but I don't like them that much. And this one you just have to time, because there's no crate for him. This one you just have to time, because there's no crate for him. I remember hating this one. I don't know if I ever, like... Oh! Yay! And for some reason I remember throwing all of these, but it might just be because it looked fun. Yep. It looked fun. I don't know if I need the flowers that bad. How many lives we got? 8? Okay. So there's also a Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers 2. Matt, have you ever played that one? I never did because it was like DuckTales 2, where it was extremely rare because it was later in the series. And I have it on this collection. I'll probably play it. But yeah, it's another one of those, like, this is a weird gap in my timeline considering how much I played this game. Yeah, I think it came out like after Super Nintendo was already a thing, so it did not do well. Now, I don't remember if this robot was in anything. He's definitely feasible for a villain. You got to get him right in the chesticles there, and I'm not doing well. If you do it exactly right, though, you can get 2 hits. And I don't remember if they take 6 or 8 in this game. We'll find out soon. 5. You know what? I should have just taken the lost life. Like, I have 8 lives. I left a boat for you to use to get across the water in Zone E. Oh, by the way, I nearly fell into a hole in Zone F. Watch your step. Well, let's go to E. Oh, I think I remember not liking this. Ah! Matt, you and I were funny as kids, I feel like, because whenever we played games like this, or even just sort of like pretended, you always wanted to be the whimsical characters, and I always wanted to be like the super serious characters. And I don't know what that exactly says about us. But regardless, I'm glad you were there. I feel like we balanced each other out well. I mean, you know, Chip is clearly the Felix of this odd couple. Ooh, a 1-up. I want that. I want to go to there. Yay, I think I did it. Depends on whether or not the scroll back is mean. Okay. The boat. This is the boat she was talking about, and I remember not being a huge fan of this. And then I was like, what do you do here? And then eventually I figured out you gotta... No? Okay, you jump in it, you can't have a thing. Oh, maybe I was wrong. I'm probably thinking... I'm thinking of Puss in Boots' Perrow's Great Adventure, which is not a good game. It's not. But I have a weird love for it because I saw it in a magazine once and really liked the art style because I did not know yet that I was a weeb and eventually would enjoy anime as much as I do. But I should play that on stream. It's not a good game, but it's kind of entertaining to see. This was interesting. I remember this. This is just one of those, like, we're going to throw a new mechanic at you. And I think... Aren't there other things in here? I think there are, but I must have missed them. Yeah, that's true. And honestly, you need both. You need both. But yeah, if I've never told you, Matt, my childhood was 1,000% better because you were in it. So this is our desert level? Is that an antlion? What am I looking at here? Yeah, I should not be rewinding. I mean, look at that. We'll save our, like, rewind fuckery for the casino level, which is brutal. This I didn't like. So, they showed the water earlier, and that you could die from it, because you needed the boat. But because the water doesn't move, I feel like they should have, if they're going to play this trick on you, they should have put this earlier in the level, because I thought that was just a different kind of platform. I'm going to rewind to show this. But it's water, and you fall in and die. Oh yeah, this guy. Everybody loves this guy. My gosh, this is actually a pretty significant boss battle. Whoa! You do not want to get hit by your own thing, because it'll stun you, and then he'll get you. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, that's the move. What? If you have Disney Plus, there is a weird French-Canadian animated Chippendales Rescue Ranger, or Chippendales Rescue Rangers, not Chippendales Rescue Rangers, but Chippendales show. Sorry, need to gas up a little bit. That's really worth watching. It is very, very funny. I didn't even know it existed and probably wouldn't have looked at it at all. But Kieran just turned it on one day and we just blew through the whole series. It's really fun. I remember this music. I remember really liking this music. No switches for these balls. These jumps are kind of tricky because you're stunted a bit if you're not careful where you pick. Oh man. I remember there was one path here that I kind of memorized as being the easier one for me, and it's been way too many years for me to know. Oh. That makes up for the death we just had. Ah! Oh, we're in like a sewer. Maybe? Is it a sewer? Oh, don't want to mess with that guy. He's swole. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. This is like Mega Man Light. Okay. Going for it. Going for it. Going for it, I guess. I don't remember the pattern. It's like I hope something shows up soon. It's tired of giving me free one-ups. That's fine. Good work, team! You're almost at the casino! Oh no, the casino isn't the last level. The last level is like a factory or something. I'm remembering now. These guys will odd job you, throw hats at you. So just curious, Okay, so the chat does appear. Is the chat appearing in the stream when you guys talk? Yeah, he did. I remember there's several places in this where you can just rely on the despawn. Yes, on a delay. Okay. I added some funny stuff to it, but it wasn't showing up in my preview, and I think that's because I'm in studio mode of OBS. I'm trying to get all fancy. Plus, I figured out that, like, some parts of my conversation on YouTube don't make sense if you don't know what I'm responding to. There's that pea liquid again. I'm very sorry. There's that potion, maybe. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows what that does or wants to look it up, feel free to tell me. I want that one up. I don't need it. I just want it. I feel like I always went the top way. I don't know why. Oh, because the rhinos. Yeah. Oh! Wow! I have never noticed that. Thank you very much for the assist there. Also, does anybody want to go to the horse derby later? Okay, really? Yeah, I feel like it was in the manual, but the manual was not well written or poorly translated, so it wasn't really clear what it did. I got this game for my birthday when I was a kid, and I remember my parents panicked a little bit because my friend Evan, who my parents and his parents traded off babysitting. That's how we did daycare in the 80s. And they didn't have a birthday gift for him. And they had given me this game, and they agreed to I think they didn't realize that he had already got this game from his parents, and they had bought him this game as a birthday gift. And so they traded me for Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout, which I had just recently gotten. And I remember kind of regretting the trade, which is silly because this is the better game, but now we're on the lights. Nope. I feel like if you hide, these guys, yeah, die. All right. Kieran, for reasons I don't understand, very badly wants a disco ball. I think it's because he likes to have dance parties in his room. Sorry, just random thoughts. The disco ball made me think of it. I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat right now knows, but Kieran is my 6-year-old. Alright, so let's see. I have the P. I can jump fully. I still sweat, though. I agree. I always kind of wanted one as a kid, but the thing I wanted the most of that vein was one of those plasma balls where you touch it and, like, follows your fingerprints. I don't know why I wanted that so badly, but... Oh, you need 2 of them. Bummer. Alright. Lava lamps were cool. I found them very relaxing. Is that tall enough? Yes, just barely. Cat dealer! The collision detection on these thorns I often took issue with. You having a good time with that ball there, Chip? Hashtag that's totally Gadget. And that's how I always try to deliver my my flowers, is just like I walk up to Adrian, but not up to Adrian, like maybe 3 or 4 people away, and then I overhanded toss them into her face. Fat Cat just ran off, but you can chase him with my rocket. Video game logic. Hey, we went so far we could see a galaxy? Crazy. No, this was the sewer level, so I wonder what that other level was. Space! Between the space sphere and Tim Curry and Command and Conquer, I have lots of thoughts whenever I see space. If you haven't seen the Tim Curry overact for Command and Conquer, it's amazing. Because, like, at one point, he's playing, like, this Russian general, and at one point he's like, I can go to one place where capitalism cannot get me. Space! So now Kieran, Oren, and I, every once in a while, will just go, Space! Yeah, I've never played them. I've just seen the clips of that one because I heard somebody referencing it, and I had to know, like, what are they doing? Oh, that crab was about to bubble me, yo. Not a euphemism. Man. Whew, close. These ninja squirrels are over the top. That is good point, Crap. Here's some interesting flavor I liked in this game, and I even noticed this as a kid, that they took the time when they drew the grate to show a little bit of discoloration from, like, liquid that flowed out of the grate. It's little things like that. ... Okay. Let's move it. Oh, the aliens are back. I think they're my favorite enemy. Okay, let's see. There we go. I knew there had to be a way to get up there. Guys, I'm doing really well in this baby game for babies. Ah! Which one's me? 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 It's the one that can still go right. He's just jumped into the void. I'm totally fine with that. Yes! Get out of here! Oh, and he still got his shot off. Shall we dance? No. No boss in the sewers, which makes more sense than if there was, I guess. I'm going back to headquarters, so don't worry about me. Watch out for the fans in Zone I. They could blow you away. Cup with eyes, I'm onto your game. And yes, there was an easy opportunity for a dirty joke there, and I didn't take it, and I think the stream should be proud of me for that. Joe's apartment. That is a terrible movie that I still have good feelings about. He could throw backwards at me? Crazy. Alright, well now I know. Can you hit him with the legs? Okay. Gotta kneecap him. Sorry, I just had to go to the music there for a second. Now, I know, we're small. This is a world we don't think about normally as you know, large humans. But what's with this fan and tack placement? Like, what purpose does this serve? What? Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Kneecapping! You gotta save every crate in this game. Well, not save every crate, but always be carrying a crate. That's my canon now. In this game, this is a prequel to Katamari. We have to clean up after the Rescue Rangers. Not a lot of room for error there. When I get really good at this Twitch stuff, I should make a bit for that, like a power-up headcanon bit or something. Hey Monty, you want to be useful for 5 seconds? Cool. What are these? Are these scales? I think they're supposed to be scales? Or no, they're desk lamps. Yeah, I see it now. They're in perspective, so this is supposed to be closer. Like, this part is closer than this part. Okay, got it. Boing! Oh, gotta take advantage of Zipper while you can. Don't take that out of context, everybody. Now these are scales. Why as a kid couldn't I put that together? Come on. Again, the collision detection on those, I kind of call BS on. Oh, this guy. Oh, missed him. Does he do anything if I don't hit him? Or does he just run? So the real boss is the lack of your patience. Zonai! Wait, this isn't Tears of the Kingdom? Ha, bad pun. You've reached Fetch Cat's home base. Now go get him, Rescue Rangers. I thought we were 2 away from it. Oh, no. Are we ready for this? I seem to remember this level being kind of an absurd jump in difficulty, but maybe it was just because I was young. Well, so far I'm not proving myself right on that. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, speaking of absurd jumps, difficulty or not. Yeah, like a lot more difficult. And Fat Cat as a boss, I remember also being horribly frustrated with. Oh, I know where this is. I actually know where this is in canon. This is like the cat food packing plant. Because, you know, cats are in charge of cat food packing. Which, I guess, if you asked a real cat that could talk, they'd probably agree. This was utter bullshit. So you had to do this, then jump, then you had to, like, strafe. I want to see if I can do it. I want to see if I can do it. So you had to do it exactly at that moment, and then strafe, and then exactly at that moment, jump. Exactly at that moment, jump. Exactly at that moment, jump. I'm gonna keep going. And then that guy throws a hat at you just for, like, extra measure. So yeah, like, imagine you've been playing the rest of this game at that difficulty level, and then you hit this, and you're like a kid, a child who just wants to save, like, all the people and, you know, defeat the bad guys. Not to trauma brag or anything. These odd job lizards. Boom! I don't know what happens when you hit the other switch. I want to see. Nothing! Okay. It's just there to mess with you. I feel like something else that... Like, I've got this, like, crawl up my spine, so I'm remembering something else that I didn't like about this level. Yes! These conveyor belts are awful. Because you had to dodge, like, projectiles, you had to kill enemies. Some of those enemies take 2 hits, and he can eat your thing like that. How far back is it going to start me? Nope, we're not going all the way back there. Okay. Alright, nothing to be had there. Okay. Dang it. I think I'm just going to have to cheese this a little bit. Oh. So walk against the conveyor a little bit so you can see what's coming. Dang it! I really need an acorn. Oh no! I don't know, this game's glitching a lot. It's really weird. Really? No acorns whatsoever? No, I'm not going to rewind on this, because, like, it's just going to be one hit every time. This is brutal, because it's a random number generator deciding which way he's going to throw, and he throws a bunch of them, and there's, like, a razor-thin area to not get hit. And that's not it. I know, right? Smoking kills, kids. Ha ha! First try! I guess that'll teach Fat Cat not to mess with the rescue rangers. We're gonna throw a super ball at his face. I don't know. I forget how the RNG works differently in NES. It's not very random, actually, but yeah. So so yeah, that's. I forget what I was gonna say. Oh well. I guess that'll teach Fat Cat not to mess with the rescue rangers. Golly, I don't know. Something tells me he'll be back. Well, if he steps out of line again, we'll be ready to put him right back in his place. Right, gang? Right! Yes, sirree, there's no stopping the Rescue Rangers. End. And that's all you got for an ending in an NES game. But it was so exciting as a child to get that. So yeah, we played for a little bit. I could jump back into Super Mario Brothers 3 for a little while before we end the stream. What do you guys think? Yeah, I could do that. I did save state it, so I should be able to pull it back. What I'll do first, though, is I'll just go back to my background here so that you guys don't have to see how the sausage is made. This will take me just a second. How's everyone's weekend been? Okay. Yeah, I went with the family to a place that is near and dear to Adrian's heart as a child. Ooh, sushi. Old Twilight Zone or new Twilight Zone? Classic 59. That's a good one, too. I like them both. Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that, Matt. We have to go. The next time I'm in town, like, I will tell you way ahead of time so that we can set something up and we can have a good time and bring the fams. I need to think if I'm going to do this. What is my launcher called for these? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Okay. So, heading back into NES. No kids, we could do that too. Although if we go to Indiana Beach, I think we'll bring the kids, right? Let's play this, see if that works. Sort of. Nice. Pixel Phone 10 migration. How are you liking the Pixel 10? I am still on my Pixel 6a, which is actually what's being used to record this right now. So that's fun. Much better. That's good because, like, I was so mad when they moved to the fingerprint sensor on the front because I felt like just having it on the back where you're already holding the phone and can just touch it was so natural. So here, let's do this. Behold, the Super Marios. So let's see if I can load my state from last time. Tools, file, load state. Boom. There we are with my Tanooki self. Since I didn't record with this game beforehand, how's the volume? Does it sound good? Do I sound balanced well? Or do you think the SMB needs to go up or down? Okay. Voice volume is okay, not so sure about the game volume? Okay. Let me crank it a little bit. It sounds like it went down. It didn't. It's because I lost focus. Is that any better? How about that? Perfect. Can I just throw some love out there for the Tanooki on the map sprite? I love the Tanooki on the map sprite. He's just having such a good time. All right. World 5. F that guy. The first occurrence? No, it's not the first occurrence. He shows up earlier. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's only fire chomps that show up earlier, but chain chomp! Oh, I don't want that. I don't know if it'll change me to a raccoon, but I definitely don't want to be a raccoon. These guys are a little bit easier to deal with firepower. So, when we're continuing our discussion of levels that I do not like, I like World 5 a lot. I think it's pretty good. But 6 and 7 I'm not a huge fan of, and of course 8 no one's a fan of, but it's necessary. So that's when I'll probably use my warp whistles, is when we get to 6, because the ice world in this game is just... feels like it was designed to make you sad. Ooh, want. Can I get it? I would rather have Tanooki than a star. I think I still have all 3, because I think I undid the use of my other one. You know what? I gotta stop cheesing a little bit. I want Tanooki. Fine. He's opening the second soda, ladies and gentlemen. Shit's getting real. Oh, yeah, I was talking about my weekend. We went to a place that's near and dear to Adrian's childhood, which is Paul Bunyan Land in Brainerd, Minnesota. Which... I don't know how to describe it. It was definitely fun, especially for the kids. But, uh-oh. The only way to make this level not suck was to go there. So I guess it's just gonna suck now. But it's kind of a D-grade amusement park. There's some really cool stuff. One of the things that Adrian remembers that unfortunately they didn't still have working, they used to have a machine like set up with a coop where there was a chicken in it. And you could play tic-tac-toe with the chicken. It would like randomly drop feed, and then you'd see if you could beat the chicken in tic-tac-toe, because the chicken would hit buttons trying to get the feed. Unfortunately, that wasn't still there, or it was there, but it was out of order. Hopefully not permanently. But then the rides were pretty good, like kind of standard fare stuff. But I think they hired like if there were 100 rides, and there were not, but if there were 100 rides, they would have hired 60 ride operators. So the ride operators knew to come to a ride and operate it if there were a bunch of people waiting. So if you were like the only person who wanted to ride the scrambler, you just had to stand there and like, you know, had to tell Orin like, look sad. Maybe they'll come. I think its main claim to fame was there's a giant Paul Bunyan statue, and when you enter the park, the people who are selling the tickets take your kids' names, you know, kind of quietly. And then the Paul Bunyan statue will talk to your kids by name. And when I say giant, I mean it's like a 2-story building tall. And Orin wanted nothing to do with that. Like, he would not go anywhere near that thing. Let's get the castle out of the way. I don't even remember what castle this is. You know what? Let's do number 3, because I think this is the one that has some of my favorite stuff in it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Isn't this Kuribo's shoe? Oh, it is. It is. I think this is also the first game in which the Spinies, like, did a shell for you. Now, Kuribo's shoe. Weird name, right? Apparently, I need to be cognizant that I've moved from a game that has a time limit to a game that does, or from a game that doesn't have a time limit to a game that does. They just failed to translate in the manual that it's supposed to be the Goomba's shoe. And Kuribo is what Goomba is called in Japan. So I don't think they've ever fixed it in any other editions of Mario where they've like turned it into Goomba's shoe as a name, but was that shown in the movie Fargo? For some reason that statue is tapping a memory. And don't worry, you're not lagging. I was just like focused on my time limit. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie Fargo, I think, all the way through. Not because it's not a great movie. I'm sure it is. I just haven't ever gotten around to it. I don't want that. This guy's spitting lyrics like mad fire. So yeah, Paul Bunyan Land, I guess I'd recommend it. I don't know if I'd recommend a 2-hour drive for it. But yeah, it was, and they have a petting zoo, and they have like this farm that's set up like an old-timey village. There are no people there. It's just like a bunch of buildings with stuff walled off that are like collections from like early 1900s and 1800s. Oh, man. Sometimes the Hammer Brothers throw you a bone. I don't think they did this time, though. What we got? I'll use that on the other Hammer Brother. Huh. So Brainerd is the location in the film and not Fargo? I also always kind of wondered, like, again, because I haven't seen it, why is a movie called Fargo so often referenced with respect to Minnesota when Fargo is not in Minnesota? P-Wing! Ah, oh, okay. Yep, I never succeed at these. If I have a mini tower that is my favorite, it's this one. Because it's an actual tower and it changes the map. And I thought that was so cool. Huh. Wow. Yeah, it is confusing. I don't remember who it was that I joked with when they were like saying we're going to move to Fargo. And we're like, oh, are you going to live next to the tree? Because, like, there's nothing in Fargo, I guess, was the gag there. It wasn't my gag originally. I just parroted it. Now, here is a case, I talked about this a little bit last time, but if you look at the discoloration on the right of the screen, and then a little bit of discoloration right here, that's because this game uses an advanced way of doing the graphics buffering, which is why not only can you scroll backwards, but you can scroll up and down and diagonally, which was not possible otherwise. But that creates a little bit of a loading seam on the end where pixels are swapped in and then the palettes are changed. That's why sometimes things look like they're going to be objects on the other side, but they're a different color. I've talked about this a little bit last time too, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I find it interesting. To the clouds! I have to watch. Is that at one of the Coen Brothers films? Oh God. Okay. Platforming with pinball mechanics. That's just sadistic. Ooh, Raising Arizona. That movie does not get the love it deserves. It is so delightfully weird. I don't know why I didn't think to do this last time. Will we skip the whole level, or will we land in a place that's horribly inconvenient? Only time will tell! Skipped the whole level! Love it when that happens. If you're low on lives, Latiku there can be pretty useful, because he'll just keep throwing spinies, and if you hit the star at the end, well, the card thing at the end, with enough spinies on the screen, you'll get a 1-up. But we have 34 lives. Flip over 2 cards and see if they match. Miss twice and you're out. I used to cheese this so hard because I had the guidebook, and the guidebook showed every permutation of these screens because it didn't really have the memory and power at the time to just take the cards and shuffle them, so they pre-programmed, like, I think 9 possibilities, and if you turned over the right cards, you could figure out which possibility you had pretty quickly, and then you could just match them real easily. Alright. My Nintendo Power Collection is long gone. Donut lifts. Why did it have to be donut lifts? I hate donut lifts. One of these has got to be a downpipe. They wouldn't put that thing over it. Tanooki! Oh! And he's back! A digital collection of what? I'm sorry, I looked away and, like, lost my train of thought. Oh. Yeah, I do have the PDFs of it. But man, I had a stack of Nintendo Powers, like, up through, I think, the GameCube era. And, like, I can't blame Dad. He didn't know. And I didn't ask for him to keep them, but they've probably been thrown away. Let's not match some things. Every time. You have yours? That's awesome, Matt. How many did you have? Like, because I don't remember which of us subscribed first, but we had them together for a long time. I was just thinking the other day, do you still have your Virtual Boy? I'm not going to lose a second Tanooki to these guys. No! Aha! Sold the Virtual Boy. Aw, sad. That's... Did you get a pretty penny for it? Because it is ridiculously valuable these days. Oh, 6 or 7, you think? Lucky 7. Boom! This game is just delightful. It's just comfort food. And it's so forgiving. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Seeing a lot of coins. I wonder if this is one of those, like, get the right amount of coins and you'll get the ship level. No, I'm not going to power up badly. Protect the Tanooki. Love the Tanooki. My favorite power-up, probably just because he was so rare, I think, in this game, was the Hammer Brothers suit. But the only place you can get the Hammer Brothers suit is in the bane of my existence, which is the, I don't know what that's all about, and I'm not going to find out. The frickin' Ice World. Oh no, I thought it was going to be a thing. Hammer Brothers suit also, now that I think about it, like, this game has a lot of defensive items. Because you've got Tanooki, which you can use and enemies will just walk past. And the Hammer Brothers suit, if you ducked down, he turned into like a buzzy beetle and he was fireproof, so the little fire piranha plants couldn't get you. Oh yeah. I wonder why they never brought that back in any of the other games, because there are roaming enemies in some of the new Super Mario Bros. Series. Alright, don't like the looks of this. Uh-huh. Fire in the sky! Yes, please. Okay, not worth it. It's funny, because I think I just like the Tanooki aesthetically. I almost never use the statue power. Although I never thought of it, he probably comes handy with... Well, no, he wouldn't come handy with Boo, because then Boo would just hang out by you. Whoa! Alright. I feel like, was there a bug here where you could get stuck? Yeah. I'd only try that because I have rewind. I remember getting very frustrated because I'd gotten all the way through the level to the pipe, and then I got stuck in the pipe and time just ran out. Flying, but not today! Here's a fun question. I especially want to hear Matt's response to this. So, is the original Super Mario Brothers movie with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo a movie so bad that it's good? A terrible movie? I don't think Matt or I are going to fall on that part of the camp. Or an underappreciated movie because people expected something different. A friend of mine and I have talked a lot about this because the Super Mario Brothers movie, underappreciated? Yeah. The Super Mario Brothers movie was a just very strange art housey film. And if people hadn't been wanting to see a video game on screen, oh my god, I did it! I think it would have been really great. Yeah, I mean, I think it did figure out the combo it needed by itself. Like, I think if you look at the Super Mario Brothers movie and you show it to somebody who has never seen or heard of Mario, this is a total theoretical, because who would that be? But if you did, I think that they would look at that movie and say, well, that was weird, but fun. Yeah, Dennis Hopper was Dennis Hopper, but Dennis Hopper was great. I loved him as Koopa. Yeah, he was just brilliantly creepy and just took the role home. Although it's funny because, like, I think it was the Honest Trailers YouTube channel that was talking about the newer Super Mario Brothers movie. And they're like, this is also the movie that answers the question, what if Bowser was, well, just Jack Black? He's just Jack Black. Yes! And I had a crush on Samantha Mathis. She was really cool in that movie. I also remember that they had, like, a lot of weird enemies that show up, but as people, like, Sniffits were an enemy from, I think Super Mario Brothers 2, and they're little guys with, like, guns on their faces, which is weird for a Mario game. And, they're the people who take out the trash in the, like, no, I don't want to lose Tanooki to this guy. I don't want to lose Tanooki that way either. I said no. Is Destiny just not going to be thwarted here? Ah! You know what? Fine. The game gods are telling me that now is not the time for Tanooki. Well, that sucks. Oh yeah! He was, Iggy, I think. And the other one was Spike. The other, Koopaling guy, Spike, was also in Strange Days. He was in that first scene, where Eddie Nero was dealing clips to a guy. And he gives him the snuff clip, and he's like, I don't deal in this. Yeah! The Super Koopa Kids? I have it somewhere, and it might be on the Internet Archive website, but somebody made, like, a supercut of the Super Mario Brothers movie that has some of the stuff that they cut out of it, in order to make it, like, the full intended movie. And I've never watched it. I should watch it, because I've heard it's actually really good. Think, like, Snyder Cut kind of deal, like, that's what they were going for. I remember level 9 is no joke, because it's an auto-scroll diagonal. Although, in gaming history, being able to auto-scroll diagonally was a huge jump forward. Like, this was kind of showing off what they had learned how to do with the system. This guy just seems like a cruel addition. Oh, yeah! Another thing that if I didn't have Rewind, I'd probably be thinking a lot more about. The worst, though, is when you use the cloud level to skip a level, and then the next level... Pew, 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 pew! I need to do, like, an air horn. The worst is when you skipped a level and then you died on the level afterwards, because Mario would get shifted back on the map before the level you skipped, so it would have been wasted. Is there a star here? Yes. That 10 coin was... which one? Middle or left of these three? Do you remember? Anybody remember? Middle. Oh god. I was wrong. I was wrong about everything. Oh god! Alright, well we got a star out of it. Mario's saying help. Oh, it's terrible! The king has been transformed! Please find the magic wand so we can change him back! I think I mentioned this last time. Everybody's first introduction to this was the Wizard, except for me, because I didn't see that until later. But I did see, and I can't remember the name of the show. There was this like Nickelodeon variety show on Sundays, and they had some people from Nintendo of America on it, and they were interviewing about it, and they showed off an airship level. And my tiny mind was just like unable to deal with what I was seeing. I remember very explicitly because it showed like the like fire pipes. Never saw The Wizard? It's okay. It's an advertisement for Super Mario Bros. 3 with some really ridiculously quotable moments. I call BS on that. But despite my want, I want people to notice, I did not rewind that fight. I just took the hits. That's right. I'm asking for credit for playing the game the way it was intended to be played. Whoa. What am I looking at here? I'm sorry. Is this a ZZ Top style beard? Are those his legs? What the? I don't know what they're intending here. Beard, you think? Okay. Could just be like a guy in a jumpsuit with a hood. I mean, this is crazy. Here is a letter from the princess. Be careful in the ice world. Creatures trapped in the ice will come to life. Formed. I've enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool. Here's a question for something people might know better than I do. What's the deal with it being Princess Toadstool and Princess Peach, and when did one become the other? Are they technically the same character? What's going on there? Anyone know? All right, we're going to 8, which is not a fun world, but... Okay. I was going to see if the music box would put these guys to sleep, but you have to break through that lock to get to the next level, so... Remember in the Super Mario Brothers movie, the original Super Mario Brothers movie, when the Bob-ombs had Reeboks on? I enjoyed that. Now, this same friend who talks about the Super Mario Brothers movie being a good movie, he and I do have one disagreement. Because he thinks that Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey is better than Excellent Adventure. And I'm not in that same camp. I liked Bogus Journey, as weird as it was. But Excellent Adventure is just so iconic. And, yeah, it just felt weird to me that somebody would think that. But, you know, I'm probably unusual in that. Now, there are definitely moments from Bogus Journey that, like, live rent-free in my head. Like, fighting death via board games. And he just keeps on saying, best 2 out of 3, best 3 out of 5. And then they're like, so is it best of 7? He's like, damn right! Look, I need at least some power-ups to face the end of this. I should not have put my face in the cannon, and I've learned my lesson. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who have seen both the Bill and Ted's? What was your thought? Bogus is best. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's really hard because I like the plot of the original a lot better. But Bogus has a lot more like really weird, memorable moments. I think there's a trick to this, because that's a boat. And I think you can just skip the level if you swim under the boat. 3 was pretty good. It doesn't resonate as much as the first 2 did for me. Okay, there's got to be a point where I can jump in the water, right? This was a thing that you could do. Problem with this is I don't know where I am. I don't know why I'm focusing so hard. I'm just holding the right button. Has anybody seen the new Matrix? I haven't seen it yet, and I didn't hate the sequels as much as most people. I didn't think they were great, but they weren't as bad as a lot of people said. But the I'm just curious if they did any good with the new one. Canary, do you mean the Bill and Ted or the Matrix? Okay. I mean, the one I think that it's not necessarily underappreciated because it's kind of cult classic status, but I think Animatrix should be better known because that is just an amazing set of stories. The only problem with that skip is now I had to play as a frog here, but not for long. Come on, there's got to be something cool in here, right? Aha! I knew it! Oh, get out of here with that crap. Who did he play in Resurrections? Oh, wait, I haven't seen Resurrections. I was thinking of... so it's Reloaded... and then... the end one. That didn't end up being the end. Matt, I don't know if you remember this story, but I told it last time on stream that I thought you would really enjoy. I got a Game Genie, and I remember my poor dad being so confused because I had asked for the Game Genie, and then I used it to beat Super Mario Bros. 3, and then I came downstairs in tears because I would never beat Super Mario Bros. 3 the first time a legitimate way, and my dad was just staring at me like, I don't know how to fix this for you. Oh, Cheep Cheeps? Why not? I thought if they hit squarely on your butt, yeah. I guess it didn't count that time. Ah! Yeah, I felt for him because I still remember the look on his face where he's like, I want to comfort my sad son, and also, what the fuck? Well, it's given me 3 leaves to make up for the leaf it took, so can't complain too much about the master hands over here. Man, this is a fast scroller. Yeah, I'm gonna blame that on Bluetooth lag. Always hated that these guys came back after you killed them. Doesn't matter in this level because you're not going to spend any time on the spot where they came back anyway, but... Oh no! And that their little wrenches go on forever. Yeah! Alright. Alright. Stream's approaching 2 hours, so we're not gonna just lay down and accept that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's approaching 2 hours. Okay. It's like it's been over 2 hours. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a flying boom boom. I could feel it. Whee! You know, that's not a bad idea. Well, this is level 8-1. Yeah, it probably makes sense to save here. But I am having a lot of fun with this. Okay, yeah, I think we'll come back to this. So anyway, so this has been a really great time. Also, it's just great to have all of you here. It's good to chat with all of you. Matt, thanks for joining. You know, I miss playing games with you. Maybe at some point we'll have to do a net play together on this. Maybe I can get you on Discord. So yeah, the creator bump I wanted to give today. So I'll put it up here on the screen, right around here. Game Dad is a guy that I actually met at Midwest Gaming Classic, and that's a video game convention out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And he was running all of the man, I'm having trouble. He was running all of the modification workshops. So I modified my Game Boy Advance with a better screen and a new shell, which maybe I'll show next time, but it'd be kind of awkward to go grab it right now. And I modified my GameCube with a brand new shell, and he just ran a tutorial showing all of that. And he does a lot of that content here. He does reviews. Kind of like me, he's pretty into the retro stuff, so definitely worth a check out if you like my other stuff or other stuff like this. So I always want to boost somebody who I think is worthwhile, and this guy was a very nice guy and had some cool stuff going on. So he knows his crap. Otherwise, I think that's pretty good. If you guys want to drop either in chat or on my Blue Sky, my Facebook, whatever you want to do to tell me what you think I should play next, other than will you ever finish Super Mario Brothers 3? Who knows? I don't have a Game Genie on this one. Um, Go ahead and do that, and I will see you next time. Follow your bliss. It's fleeting. Bye bye, guys.